Good morning, everybody. How everybody doing? Well, may help if I add it to the stage. Good morning, everybody. How everybody doing? I'm sending out the back signal in the tube. I said in the tube. I'm sending out the back signal inside the Discord in case anybody pulls up in there. How was y'all evening, man? How was y'all evening? Did y'all have a good evening? Y'all put something y'all put something in the chat so I could see who in here while I send out the bat signal. How was y'all evening? I must say that I appreciate y'all for get out the way disclaimer. I appreciate y'all, those that's in the gang, the mentees and the other gang members, the Black Spiders, everybody that voted saying that they wanted to sit down and talk about my thought process on trading yesterday. I feel like it was a good time. I feel like we had a good time. I feel like it was like valuable. I feel like, everybody would have gotten something out of it. Shout out to Tish for sharing her video with the commentary with her and Josh in the background. He asked him why he looked over there. He got gaps over there. He got mitigation blocks over there. He got everything over here. That's what he said. He asked him why he picked this one over here. He want us to tell him why he picked. Well, man, there's a lot of stuff in there. What are you looking for, man? He I appreciate Tish for recording this session and always sharing it with the gang. Got a good community there, man. Rhonda be pulling up with the hard hitting the timestamps, the hard hitting timestamps. Tish be pulling up with the hard hitting share of the videos for the sessions that I don't be recording. Because, people like to go back and rewatch the stuff, try to soak up more of the value. I appreciate y'all, man. Don't say no, oh no. Don't say no, oh no, y'all all out there on Algo's internet. But that y'all, if y'all not part of the gang, you won't see none of that. Because it's, that's gang. That's gang supporting gang. You feel me? Speaking of, if you're not part of the gang, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome, give you a nice heart. Thank you for always putting up and supporting Tim's Tidbit. And you are now into another episode of The Overnight Price Action Review. What's up, man? If you don't know who this crazy dude in front of you are, my name is tripping. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Yes, I am a super dad, as you see by the shirt, but they call me Aranya Grande. That's Big Spider for those that don't hablo español. You feel me? Hey, man. Let's see who in the chat. Then we're going to get right into it. I ain't going to be before you long this morning. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Good morning, here to learn to share. Good morning, Tish. I don't know. That's what I'm telling you, Josh. He just said, why did he look over here? That's what he's trying to find out. I don't know what he trying to do. What did you? Somebody said we took yesterday's high. I don't see what I just showed you that we took. What you looking at NQ? What he looking at NQ? You looking at ES? Which one y'all looking at the same thing? Cause it don't like to do that. That's why you gotta go back and relook at it. Cause you're talking through the whole class period. What's up, Deborah? What's going on, Lump? What's up, Seawalk? What's up, Rhonda Green? What's up, E-Rock? What's going on, Michelle? Don't be sick. Don't be sick. Stay woke. Stay woke. They be scheming. They be scheming. Stay woke. Don't be sick. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. What in the world is this? What are you doing up here? Get out of here. Let me go back to that for a second. That right there was I ain't got it. Anyway, somebody in the gang asked me about ZB. You know, looking at the ZB and do ZB work the same as the other indices. And I was posting something with an overnight trade that I took. It was a scalp because it was going counter trend. And the reason why I said it was going counter trend is because ZB had been going up. And then I took a scalp to come down back into the range. But I did it on an overnight. If we get to the right spot here. No, that's not it. It was here. Yes, right around here. Right. It was here because we had come up and then we started breaking back down. So I took a scalp around this time here in this area right there to pull back down into this range there. Right. We came back down into this humongous order block right there. That was my trade. Pulling back down into this order block. And I got the perfect. Oh, y'all can't see my screen. Y'all can't see my screen. Y'all can't see my screen. And I'm not going to go back and talk about that. I was just sharing something that I put in the it was a picture that popped up with something I shared in the Discord, but y'all couldn't see it anyway. So I'm not gonna go back through that. We are still running to the moon. We are still, that's the NQ. Come here, ES. We are still running to the moon. We are still running to the moon. This is your fault for not recording. Tish recorded the thing. Tish recorded. I saw everything I was talking about. That ain't my fault. Y'all wasn't looking. Y'all weren't paying attention. When you zoom out and squanch it up, you start to see where price is trying to reach. You see the possibilities. We got a weekly high. We got a monthly high. All of the possibilities. Hey, dig this right here. Y'all ever heard of the selling May and go away? Y'all ever heard of the second quarter supposed to be the worst quarter? First quarter, second quarter, one, whatever. Second quarter, I think it is. We supposed to be moving into like these bad times. These monthly candles right here. Right? These are monthly candles. This right here is the top of the year. Right there. That's the top of the year right there. right? So this is the top of the year. I'm gonna put it on December. Everything to the right of that dotted line right there is 2024, right? We went up, right? Then April, because the bad time was supposed to be up in here. Up in here during this supposed to have been bad time. This supposed to have been like the bad time right here during this first quarter. This supposed to have been the bad time. Now, during the second quarter, we've been kind of going sideways, but what has that sideways been? Just retracing back into this imbalance, right? And this imbalance job was to push us back up, right? So we pushed back up and we took out the buy side, right? Now here we are in June, right? When May, what they call May, selling May and go away. Where was the selling? Very little selling went on. Where was the bad first quarter? Ooh, this is supposed to be the worst quarter. Where was the look at the first quarter? Straight up, right? Where's the selling May and go away? Right? April, we sold back down into the imbalance, and then May, we went straight up. Right? Where's the selling May and go away? And then now here we are in June, right? We're in June, looking like we are trying to attack the high. Look like we're trying to make all-time new highs in June, right? If we compare this to the ES2 sisters, NQ and YM, right? There was a little there was some selling in the YM, right? There was some selling in the YM. Question, would that red candle be an order block? Don't wait for the follow the money. Talk about this red candle right here. This red candle right here, follow the money. Don't try to make like when you're trading like this sideways, don't try to make PDRAs when you're trading sideways. It's okay for you to think this may become that, this may not become that, but when you're learning, don't even think about it until you get the displacement, right? When you get the displacement, then think about it. All right. When you get the displacement, then think about it. Because when you're learning and you're like constantly looking for PDRAs everywhere, it becomes, you get sensory overload and you start forcing your will on the charts. Follow the money, right? Follow the money. You know for a fact, this is an order block right here. Why? Because the institutional sponsorship, the displacement, right? You know that's an order block now, right? Wow, we came down to an anticipatory reactionary point. See, price pulled down into this old area of support, right? Came down here, and then price displaced away. There's your order block, right? First rule of creating an order block, you go to an area of anticipated support or resistance, right? You have a shift in sentiment, and then you either break the low or the high, depending on if it's going to be a bullish or bearish order block, right? So you go there, shift in sentiment, break the low or high, right? And sometimes if it's a I ain't gonna get into all that because I don't want to confuse you more. But right there you go, anticipatory reactionary point. You had the shift in sentiment there, and you broke the high all in the same move, right? With that candle there, right? And then there's your displacement. Once you break the lower high, then get the displacement. That's the confirmation of the order block. right? That's the confirmation of the order block. Now, when you get more advanced, you can start to look at stuff like what you was just talked about and say, okay, right, we came down. I mean, we went up, we came down, and then we went and we took out that high, right? When you get more advanced, you can look at it and say, okay, now I anticipate this to act as an order block. So if we displace up, and then you can, get long off of the order block off of a first touch. You know what I'm saying? Because you anticipated acting as an order block, so you traded off the first touch. But that's more advanced. Don't be looking at, don't be trying to find stuff right there, because you really, really got to be in tune with the algorithm and really have the screen time to trade it like that. The way the concepts are designed is wait for the smart money to show you its true intentions, and then trade it on the retrace back to it if the draw and the narrative has not changed. And what do I mean by that? If Picasso is up here, right, and then we create this order block, if we draw back down into this order block before reaching Picasso, then look for a reason to get long there to go to Picasso, right? But if we hit Picasso before drawing back down into this order block, when we come back down to that order block, ignore it and let price start showing you that it wants to go back up and get on an order block over here, right? Because we've reached the destination. And if we've reached the destination, now the draw is down here now. And more likely we're going to come down, hit this order block, might push up a little bit, but then keep going down. That's why I say if the narrative has not changed, then you just trade it when it come back to it. But if you reach your destination, then you wait for price to show you what it wants to do. And this teachable moment was brought to you by Marco. Not Marco's Pizzas, Marco, the gang member. Hey, man, let's get into this overnight price action. We only got 10 minutes before the market open, and I did not plan on being in front of you for long. Yeah. Gucci. Yeah. 7:30 open. Yeah. What's up, Kareem? Yes, displacement is the key, Marco. Displacement is the key. Follow the money. Show me the money. Six p.m. Okay. Let's get it. See, we traded up. We're at the high of yesterday. Okay, so we opened up here at 6 o'clock. Wait a minute. That's a 5:45. What in the wrong spot is this? Okay. So we opened up here. Man, can't hardly get everything in the screen. Don't block nothing, Tim. Since they want you at the bottom, you can't even use your whole screen now. We opened up here last night at 6 o'clock at 53.05 even. We pushed up, taking out yesterday's high. Matter of fact, somebody said something about this in the gang. I was looking at the NQ because I took the trade on the NQ, but it was like we just took yesterday's high, and they posted that in the Discord at 7:03. So right here, you see on the 7 o'clock 15-minute candle, we took yesterday's high. Then we consolidated there for a while. We created 1, 2 BISIs and a volume imbalance on that move up from 6:15 to 7 o'clock, the 7 o'clock candle. That will be until 7:15. Right? We consolidated there for a while, and then from 8 8:30 until 9:15. We pulled back down into that 645 Bissy that we created. Once we hit that 645 Bissy, we expanded up again, taking out the buy side, right? Digging a little deeper into yesterday's high. Then we consolidated there all the way up until 2 a.m. The midnight open was at 53.13.50, right? Then at 2 a.m., we dropped down, taking out the Asian low, digging down into, looks like that 630 Sibby. Let's check that. I mean, Bissy. Yes, drop down into that 630 Bissy. We also have a order block, a bullish order block as confluence with that 630 Bissy right there. After hitting that 630 Bissy, it's like an ugly little progression up. Ugly little progression up. We're not making any fair value gaps to the upside. So price is not looking like, hey, I really want to get somewhere. Right? So it's ugly little, because when we hit that Bissy, this is actually like just some chop slop consolidation on this 15-minute chart, right? Because look at this right here. This, from when we hit that Bissy down here on this 3 o'clock candle. So 3:15 we hit that Bissy, right? All the way up until the opening of the 3:45 candle. So for 30 minutes, we traded inside the range of this 15-minute candle, right? You trade because this 3:15 candle, this 3:45 candle is all inside the range of this candle right here. And Tim, what do you mean? If I do this right here, you see how all those candles are inside the total range of this 3 o'clock candle? They're all inside the range of that candle. And then this candle here, you wicked outside of it, but the body of it is, so you can even say that's still inside the range, because you haven't broken out of the range yet. You wicked out of the range, but you're still stuck in that range. And then this next candle here, you broke outside of the range. And then, but the very next candle, you came and closed back inside of the range again. So this is just ugly price action. Then the next candle, the 430 candle, you broke outside of the range again, right? Then the 445 candle, you pulled back down to the high, closed outside of the range. And then finally, on the 5 o'clock candle, you pulled back down to the high of the range again, and you pushed up and started to displace away from that area. And from 5 a.m. up until 6:15, right? From 5 a.m. to 6:15, you moved up and you took out the buy side, right? Took out the buy side. So pretty much you made the move like going into the London lunch, right? Going into the London lunch, you made the move. So the last hour before the lunch, wait a minute, London lunch, what time London lunch start? 5? Yeah, I think it started at 5. So during London lunch, right, you made the move right there, taking out the buy side and then pull back. Remember yesterday when I told y'all I was up trying to take a trade and it was during the London lunchtime and it wasn't working out for me? Look at it. I'm glad I didn't wake up. I'm glad I didn't wake up and try to trade this. I woke up. There is a God. He is alive. In him we live and we survive. This is why I say that. Because when I woke up this morning with my mind, I posted this at 3:20. Mind you now, it be taking me some time to take these screenshots and then what's the name? Right? So I'm sorry I'm getting off track, but I just thought about this. Where's my open browser button? Right there. If you look right here, right? if you look right here, you see where the exit was right there on there, target 11.8, 118.11. That was my target right there. This is what I was talking about earlier when I was like, I had the perfect entry, right? I got short right there, took one tick of heat, okay? And then I got out right there, one tick before it turned around. All right? You see the thing over here. And this is why I got short over here. This 4-hour volume imbalance on this screen, on this over here. I got a 4-hour volume imbalance mapped out. And then when it came up, I put in an order that said market if touched. Right? Shout out Rave. Shout out Spice. Spice put me on to the market if touched. Because when you trade in the buns will come right to your price. Right? And if you got a limit order there, 9 times out of 10, it won't pick you up and it won't wick through your price. So I put in a market if touch order right here on 118.20, and it came up and it touched 118.20, and it put me in at 118.19 because I put in market if touched, right? Market, I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll make it bigger in case y'all can't see that. Right? So that's the volume imbalance. Right there is 118.20. I want to get in if it came back to this volume imbalance, but I said the ZB, it may not wick into it. So I put a market if touched order right there. And as you see, it came up, touched there. And so it put me in at 118.19 right there. One tick of heat. It wasn't really a tick of heat because it, you know what I'm saying, it touched my price and then came back down. Okay. Now, the reason why I was singing there is a God. He is alive. If you see my exit right here, my target, it says one target. When it said target, that means you hit your profit target. Right there, that's my exit target right there. It went one tick lower than my target, right? I was doing a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Like I told Tish in the thing, because I think Tish was the person that asked me about this. If it wasn't Tish, I'm sorry to whoever asked me. I said I did a 1-to-2 risk to reward, risking 4 ticks to make 8 ticks, right? And it worked out perfect because I told y'all that my reason for it was against the grain. The trade was against the grain, and I was trading from this 4-hour volume imbalance, right? And you see this is a 15-minute chart down to this 15-minute order block right here. That was my trade, right? That was my trade. Why was I trading down to the 15-minute order block? Because 1, it was a 15-minute order block, and 2, we had an inversion fair value gap right there, right? Inversion fair value gap right there. So that's why and then I did the calculations. I said, okay, if we come down there, I can realistically get 8 ticks out of this, right? 8 ticks out of this. I wasn't trying to go for the low because this was against the grain. And so it worked out perfectly. That's why I was singing, there is a God. No, that ain't why I was singing. I was singing that because I woke up and had to pee. Are you good, Tish? You ain't got to apologize. You ain't got to, man. If anybody got an issue with Tish commentary on her video, come see me. Tish is doing the Lord's work by sharing these videos for the people who ain't recording them. She's doing the Lord's work. So if anybody got an issue with the commentary, Come see me. You feel me? Do the Ice Cube lip. But I woke up with the old man bladder and I had to pee. And when I got up, I had an alert set on my phone to let me know if I had gotten stopped out. I didn't get an alert. So I said, hey, let me check on the trade. I looked at my phone and we were like right around here at the bottom of this civvy. And I was like, okay, let me go pee, and then I'm gonna go in there. We getting close to the area. I'm not gonna cry over a tick. If we still sitting there when I go back to the pee, after I pee, I'm just gonna take the profit at 7 ticks instead of 8. Right? When it peed, came back from the you erased them. No, don't erase them, Tish. Don't erase them. You're good. We had wick down. I done lost my train of thought now. But we had them wick down and got me out of the trade. That's why I was saying there is a God, because you know what I'm saying? It was perfect. It was and I woke up just in time to see it happen. I woke up just in time to see it happen because I put the trade on last night at like 10 something. It was like 10 something. I put the trade on last night at 10 something, and I set my alert to let me know if I got stopped out. And I ain't look at my phone until like 3 something this morning when I woke up to go pee. And I woke up just in time to see it transpire with my own eyeballage. Now, back to the market is open. The market is open. The market is open. If you're going to trade, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take a copious amounts of notes so you can go back and study what you saw today and apply it to your future trading endeavors. Please enjoy your day. Now, where were we? We took out the buy side. Oh yeah, I was saying, remember yesterday when I was trying to trade during the London lunch and it wasn't doing nothing, it wasn't giving me what I want. And then look at the day. During the London kill zone, price is doing nothing. And during the London lunch, it does everything. Look at that. Bap, bap, bap. Does everything during the London lunch. Bap, bap, bap. Gone. Now, yesterday when I'm trying to trade during the London lunchtime, it ain't doing nothing but chopping around and making me mad. Then the day when I say, man, I ain't fooling with this London. Tricked me yesterday, thinking it was gonna do something. And then the day, bap, bap, bap. Come on. Then we took out the buy side here. Once we got up there at the 615 candle, took out the buy side. Then we traded back down into the BISI from 545, and the volume imbalance there is a volume imbalance there accompanied with that BISI right there. Traded back into a litany of PD arrays over here, but we got a bullish breaker over there, right there. Got a nice bullish breaker there. Shout out to Gang Gang. We was talking about time distortion last night, right? Can y'all see it, Gang Gang? Can y'all see it over here? Can y'all see it? Right? The move. The move. The move. Can y'all see it, Gang Gang? Back to the breaker. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? Tim, if someone joins the mentorship, will they have to play catch up, or will you be restarting the mentorship for beginners? I will not restart, but I encourage people who are joining the mentorship later, go back to the beginning And when we do our weekly homework reviews and our second Sunday Q&As, ask the questions where you are. Right? Ask the questions where you are. Don't feel like you need to try to catch up with us, because like I said from the beginning, it's not necessary for you. I'm putting all of the mentorship videos on the tube for free. What the $24.99 a month gets you is access to me, you know what I'm saying, as a mentor to kind of guide you through and miss all of the speed bumps in the roadblocks, right? But you don't have to join the mentorship to study the thing. And if you do join the mentorship, then go through it at your pace. Don't feel the necessity to try to catch up where everybody else is. Ask the questions based off where you are, right? If you on open, high, low, close, which was like the second video, and like this week we gonna be doing if the price delivery, and you on open, high, low, close, ask questions about open, high, low, close, and I will take all the time you need to talk about it. The gang know that. But this is one thing that you can't do. You can't pull up like and join like the silver Spider Gang silver member, and then pull up inside the pop-ups where the silver members don't get no Q&As, but you can't join like Spider, like the gold membership, and pull up in the gold membership asking mentorship questions. I told the gang that already. I said, look here, if you want to ask mentorship questions, sign up for the mentorship. But you ain't got to sign up for the mentorship, because I'm always running my mouth and I talk about stuff. But you can't sign up for gold and then pull up on the gold thing asking about what I just posted in the mentorship video. That's for homework reviews, and only the mentors, the mentees, get the homework reviews. Right? So that's the spill bill. Chris. Yeah, it sounds like somebody going crazy. Christopher, you are very loud, son. You coming through my live stream. Stop yelling so loud. That's your nephew, Lump. That's your nephew in there playing the video game. Yes, follow the money. Follow the money. Right? I love it. I love it when we talk about stuff and then we have a clear example in price immediately afterwards. We was just talking about this last night. Just talk about this is how y'all know that this stuff works, because almost every time, just about every time when we talk about something, right, it happens like the next day. It's been so many times when we talk about a concept dealing with price and it happens the next, and we just talked about this last night, right? And for anybody who's not in the gang, right? We did a pop-up last night talking about the trade, right, that I had. And I said, why? It's the exact same thing, except it's just a breaker. I said, why did I cut through all of these candles and choose this as, last night it was a bullish mitigation block, and I said choose this, so in this case choose this as the bullish breaker, right? And then the gang they came through in the sauce. They said, because I'm looking at this right here as time distortion, right? And when you talk about time distortion, in your mind, what you want to do is you want to take a rectangle, right? You want to take a rectangle in your mind, okay? And when you take that rectangle in your mind, then you want to take away all of those candles, right? And now you can see the move, right? You can see the move. There's your breaker, right? You have a low, you have a high, right? You have a lower low, and you have a higher high. And then you trade back down into your breaker and you take off right there. And in the very same day, it was the same day in this case, because we was talking about it last night after the market had started. Right? We was talking about it last night after the market had started. So the same day it happened right there. Because remember last night, they was like, we just took the high. This is where we were when we was talking about that concept. Right? We was right around this area here because it was like, we just took the high. We was talking about it right here. And then now look, the same day. So the last big green candle would be our focus. Yes, the last candle of the up move from the institutional sponsorship, right? You cut through candles. Whenever you hear Michael say, we're not supply and demand, we cut through candles. You cut through candles when you're looking for the actual PD array, right? You cut through candles, right? And that's how that's when you like looking at that time distortion. You're identifying that time distortion. You cut through candles. And like in my mind, I just visually block this out and I just look at where the money reside, right? Institutional sponsorship. The money's here. This is where the money is showing you what it want to do. Money moving. I'm just taking your money right here. I'm just taking your money. I'm chopping you up. Money moving, right? So what do we get inside that money moving? We got a low, money move. Hang out, money move, right? Low, high, lower, low. What is that setting up? That is setting up our favorite breaker. That's setting up for a breaker. Low, high, lower, low. When you take out that high, there's your breaker, right? Ignore all of this. Well, it really be in here. All of this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, everything inside there, ignore that, see? Right? You're ignoring this, right? And there's your breaker right there. This teachable moment was brought to you by Squirrel. All right. I can't remember where I'm at on the overnight price action. So I'm just going to call it right there. Hopefully y'all got something out of this because I can't remember where I am on the overnight price action review, but y'all see where we at. I remember we was talking about the breaker, then we took off, and that's pretty much it. We went up, we created another BISI on the 730 candle, traded back down into the BISI on the 730 candle, traded back down into the BISI and volume imbalance from the 715 candle, and then we pushed up to the high at 9:15, and at the open we have pulled back down into this bullish order block right now, and that's where price is. All right, anybody got anything for me? I heard somebody pull up inside the gang. Health, you got anything, Health?
Nah, team, I'm good. I ain't got nothing.
All right, then.
I'm signing in late anyway.
Okay. And again, Tish, you do not have to apologize for the commentary on the video. It don't matter about the commentary on the video. You are doing the Lord's work by recording the screen and sharing it, because you could just record the screen and keep it to yourself, but you're not. You're recording the screen and then you're sharing it with your fellow gang members. That's it, man. That's all I got. Let me check the comments one more time, see if anybody put anything in there. What's up, Dima? That's from the Birdie Bird app. I see the little X on there. That's a comment from the Birdie Bird app. What's up with you? How you doing? Appreciate the Black Al Davis for pulling up with the question. Somebody reached out the other day. If you this deep into the video and you that person that reached out the other day asking about how to join the Discord, if you just want to join the Discord because you're looking for something extra, ain't no need to join the Discord, because the only thing the Discord gets you is like access to me when I be doing all of the pop-ups and stuff like that. But the stuff that I talk about in the pop-ups, I share the same stuff here on YouTube, but like during the pop-ups, it's just more frequent, because it's like I'm always thinking about price and I always want to share something. I'll be like, hey, y'all want to jump on? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? But there's no need for it. But the way you join, there's a join button. I think it's under all of my videos. It might be on this side over here. It might be on that side over there. But it says join. And then you have tiers in there. The silver members, that's just because you just want to support me. You know, that's it. I ain't gonna hold you. It's just because you want to support what I do here on YouTube. Is $2.99 a month. And all you get for that is some special emojis and the pride of being in the gang. You got the gold members, that's $4.99 a month. You get a monthly Q&A as a gold member on the first Sunday of every month. And when I pop up and do chart preps, you get to sit in on the chart preps, and then all the other pop-ups that I do. You know what I'm saying? The silver members, they get the pop-ups too whenever I do the pop-ups. The Black Spiders is $7.99 a month. You get 2 Q&As a month on the first Sunday and the third Sunday. You get the chart preps when I do the chart preps, and then the pop-ups, and then the mentees. The mentees, you get access to 3 Q&As. The first Sunday, the second Sunday is dedicated specifically to the mentees, right? And then the third Sunday with the Black Spiders. So you get access to all of the Q&As, and you get the weekly homework reviews that's dedicated to the mentorship videos inside the Art of Reading price action playlist. So that's what you get for joining the channel memberships. Again, the Discord is just my thank you to the channel members who support the channel financially, and that's my way of, you know what I'm saying, just trying to provide, you know, a little bit more help along the way. Now, if you're not serious about really wanting to learn how to read price action so that you can apply it to your trading endeavors in the futures, please don't sign up for the membership looking for a call out service or a way to copy trades or a way to spam it. We got a nice little small community. Everybody help each other out. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's only been like 2 people I ever had to kick out. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking for call outs and copying trades and all kind of stuff like that, and the scams of, hey, I'm a 7-figure fund trader and I can teach you how to. This ain't the place. This ain't the place. This place for people who really trying to learn how to read price action. I try to be as transparent as possible. You know what I'm saying? And I try to let you know the ups and the downs of trading. I keep it 100. If that sounds like something that you like to do, the join button is around here somewhere. And speaking of links, Apex has extended their 90% off once again. Use my affiliate link if you're going to sign up. Let me tell you what prop firms like Apex is really good for. If you, you working, you really don't want to risk a lot of your own money to, trade in the market, right? When they have these 90% off sales, the way Apex do it, you can get a 25K account, which gives you $1,500 to trade with, right? So you buy a 25K account for $14.70 when it's 90% off. Now you have $1,500, right? So that means you spent $1,500 minus $1,470. So now you have an extra $1,485 at your disposal to start trading with, right? Because you spent $1,470 and now you have $1,500 if you bought a 25K account. The reason why I tell people to buy the 25K, because with the 25K, the stop loss to profit is a 1-to-1, right? You got $1,500 that you playing with and that you can lose, and you only have to make $1,500. So it's a 1-to-1. Everything above the 2,500, it starts to grow. The 50K is like a 1.2 or 1.3. The 75K, it get higher and higher and higher. The higher you go up, the more you have to make, right? So now you got an extra $1,485 that, you got to play with in the market. So now, let's just say you go through and within a month, you make $1,500 and you pass. Now you have two options. You can sign up for the monthly subscription. Like if you think, okay, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to trade this, I still ain't really good, you can sign up to pay $85 a month, right? But what I tell people, just pay the $130 for the lifetime, so that, if you end up doing good in this and you trade properly, you can trade this account until Apex stop being around. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have to pay a monthly fee. So then you'll be down, let's just say we're going to do easy math. $145, cause $15 what you paid, and then $130. So you down $145. So you done spent $145, right? And you now, because it restarts over. So now you got 1,500 minus 130, right? Now you got an extra 1,370 that you're playing with that you can actually get paid for now, right? Now you pay it. Now you spent $145, right? And now you're at the point where you're trading, and you at this point, right? You only spent $145, and now you're at the point where you're trading, and you can actually get paid now, right? So now you've paid 100. You ain't got to worry about getting no monthly fees or nothing like that, because you paid the 130, and now you're trading. And when you get past the threshold, which is you make $1,600, right? You can start withdrawing on a 25K account. You can start withdrawing, and you can withdraw up to $1,500 every every pay cycle, which for right now is you got 10 days, you have to trade 10 days in their pay cycles. You can request from the 1st to the 5th and from the 15th to the 20th or 21st or something like that. So it's at the beginning of the month, in the middle of the month, you can request payouts, but you got to have 10 days where you've traded, right? So now, you know what I'm saying, if you're consistent, now you can use this as a way to start generating extra income, and you've only risked $145 of your own money, right? That's what the prop firms like Apex is good for, right? $145. That's a good dinner with you and your family. Me and my family go out to dinner. We spend $130, $145 easy. If we take my mama, we spending $200. You know what I'm saying? For a family of 4. And if we take my mama, we spending $200. Right? So just look at it as the cost of a nice dinner. And then, but you can't be a gambler. You got to have a consistent strategy. You got to have because they got 30% consistency rules, meaning if one of your trading days can't be more than 30% of your total P&L, meaning you can't have seven $1,000 days. You can't have 7 $1,000 days, one $3,000 day, and then two $50 days, because that $3,000 day is gonna end up being more than 30% of your entire P&L, and then you won't be able to request. They're gonna deny your withdrawal. So you got to have a consistent side contract size, right? You can't be you can't be putting on 4 contracts. You can't be putting on 4 contracts to make $200, then 1 contract and make $1,000, and then 4 contracts to make $3,000, then 1 contract to make $50. Then you got to be consistent in your contract sizing. You got to be consistent in your stop loss. You got to be consistent in your profit targets, meaning you got to have a provable system. You know what I'm saying? You got to have proof. You can't scale in when it's going against you, meaning like if you enter and then you're in the red, you can't add to it. You can't dollar cost average down. But if you in and it's going your favor, you can add to winning positions, but you can't just dollar cost average down trying to bring your average down. Then when it come back up and you get out just above break even, right? That's kind of, they watch that kind of stuff. So if you put on a trade and it go 10 points against you, and then you put on another contract, right? And it go 2 points, they go 5 points against you, and you put on another contract. Now you got 3 contracts on, and then it come back and you close the trade at 5 points in profit. That's not gonna work. That's not a feasible strategy. You just dug yourself out of a hole and got lucky. You see what I'm saying? Just simple, basic trait in a system. I'm saying all that to say have a system. And now I've been blocking the thing. All right, 10 o'clock. What's that? Let me see. ISM. That's what it was. So ISM numbers just came out at 10 o'clock, and we dumped. Right. Let's see if this is manipulation or if it's intentions of the market. Now, y'all know the algorithm can be used in 2 different ways. The algorithm can be used to manipulate price, meaning come down and run out stops to punish the people and punish and scare the people who was on the right side of the move, and then go back the other way. Or it can be used to push price in a direction that it wants to go to faster, right? Just meaning if price wants to get down here to this 4-hour fair value gap right here, price was way up here. So it could use the news to push it down here to get in this direction faster, right? Or price can use the news to come down here and take out all these people who had trailed their stops under here. Now think about it. If you got long over here, or if you got long over here, right? The people that got long over here, they have trailed their stop up to there, right? To lock in some of the profit. Some people may have even trailed their stop to there, right? So that first little drop took them out. They're gone. They pissed off, right? And then the news came down and took all of these people out. Now they're gone. They're pissed off. And if the move is really to continue climbing up to go at these weekly highs, right? Now everybody's afraid to get back long. That's how the algorithm, manipulate. They use it for manipulation. Now, and we manipulated down below the 730 open once, twice, right? And if this ends up being a manipulation move here, fee times are made it. Right? Fee times are made it. That's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. If you're going to trade, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take a copious amounts of notes so you can go back and study what you saw today. Gang. I think it was yesterday. I don't know if it was yesterday or Monday, but I hung around to about 10:30 and ain't nobody pull up. I said, I'm going to sit here, see if anybody want to pull up and ask questions. Ain't nobody pull up. Y'all could have put in the chat, nah, Tim, we ain't going to pull up. Then I wouldn't have been sitting there waiting. Y'all did me dirty, gang. Y'all did me dirty. Anyway, until the next time I feel like jumping on Algo's in there to share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action. Remember, it's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's Big Spider for those that don't. Say again.
Have a good one.
Hey, you too. And Hef, don't be interrupting my outro. All right, man. That's Big Spider for those that don't speak, don't hablo español, man. Y'all be safe. I hate these trade streets, man. I'm gone. Yeah. Oh, Hef, go interrupt my outro.